January 26, 2018 meeting of the Public Safety Committee will now come to order. David, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Alcoffer? Here. Chairwoman Boyce?
Here.
Mrs. Conley? Here. Mr. Delahanty? Here. Ms. Harris? Here. Mr. Mafucci? Here. Mr. Shepard? Here. Mr. Terp? Here. Mr. Zale? Here.
Is there anybody signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
I don't see anybody in the audience, so we'll move on to the next agenda item. At this time, I wasn't here for our first meeting of the year. I want to welcome all committee members and thank you for the honor of being able to chair this committee. It's near and dear to my heart. So I want to thank you all for agreeing to sit on the committee, and Mr. Zale for running the first meeting of the year. I appreciate that. So anyways. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. You have the January 22nd, 2018 minutes before you. They'll stand approved unless you notify the clerk by the end of the day. Next item is new business.
Referral 18-0063.
Moved by Mr. Zale, seconded by Ms. Conley. Yes, Mr. Zale.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Through the chair to the administration, this referral talks about two new instruments through this amount of money that's coming from New York State, and I guess I'm just curious what these two items are that we would be purchasing.
Through the chair, John Clark from the Crime Lab. The two new instruments will be instruments used in the DNA process, specifically the extraction of DNA. These instruments will upgrade our older instruments.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item passes. Next item.
Referral 18-0064.
Moved by Legislator Conley, seconded by Legislator Alcoffer. Any questions on the floor? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Next item on the agenda.
Referral 18-0065.
Moved by Legislator Alcoffer and seconded by Legislator Terp. Is that correct? Yes, okay. I just want to verify that. Any questions on the floor? Seeing none, all signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Next item on the agenda.
Referral 18-0066.
Yes, moved by Legislator Surf, seconded by Legislator Delahanty. Items on the floor. Well, I'm going to ask a question, if you don't mind. Can you tell me what the total overtime cost would be associated with the new task force? Or, I guess, probably not new, I shouldn't say new, but affiliated with that.
Through the chair, good evening. Major Lou Tomasetti, Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Overtime for this particular grant is used for Monroe County Sheriff's members assigned to the United States Marshals Task Force for overtime.
Okay. Just OT. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item passes. Next item on the agenda.
Referral 18-0067.
Move it, Madam Chairman.
Moved by Legislator Delahanty, seconded by Legislator Zale. Questions on the floor? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item passes.
Referral 18-0068.
Moved by Legislator Zale, seconded by Legislator Conley. Questions on the floor? Yes, Legislator Zale.
Thank you. Through you to the administration, this is noting a decrease from the previous year. Well, I guess I should just ask, what is the reason for that? Through the chair.
Through the chair. So the amounts designated are dependent upon each specific detail that's going on. So when these amounts are calculated, it's based upon a best guess estimate as to how long a specific detail might go, which, as you can imagine, is not always the easiest task to determine.
So, thank you. For, if I'm understanding then, through the chair, does it then matter if a specific piece of equipment or specific thing is being purchased in order to receive that grant funding? Through the chair?
Through the chair. My apologies, I had the wrong folder.
Oh, okay.
So we're on live scan equipment currently
Yes,
right
sir.
now. And your original question again, please?
I'm just curious, there was a decrease through the chair of $570. I'm curious what that is, and then I guess my follow-up question is, if it varies, does it depend on the type of equipment that we're looking to purchase, or is it just a flat amount that they estimate year over year?
So I believe the amount requested, through the chair, I believe the amount requested was $11,930. And we are receiving $2,500 less than that. I'm not sure why exactly it's $2,500 less, to be honest with you. We have put that into our operating budget, so we can come up with the rest of the funding necessary to complete the project.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? I have a question. With regards to this equipment, can you give us some, for instances, as to when we are using the live scan equipment?
Through the chair, we use the live scan equipment anytime a fingerprintable arrest is made. So for instance, I could just give you a very brief history. We used to do fingerprints with ink, and we would roll your on ink and then roll the fingerprint onto a fingerprint card, and then that would have to get scanned onto what you'd see in an office setting, a full-size print scanner to DCJS. Now with the new technologies, imagine that full-size scanner reduced to a much smaller window where we can now, without the use of ink, roll your fingerprint right on top of the glass, and that is instantly sent to DCJS for fingerprint submittal. So it's a much more efficient process for everyone involved.
Great, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, any further questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item passes. Next item on the agenda.
Referral 18-0069.
Moved by Legislator Conley, seconded by Legislator Alcoffer. Yes, Legislator Conley.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through the chair to the administration, approximately how many sheriff's deputies are currently wearing body cameras at the current time?
Yeah, if I may, through the chair, I'd like to indicate that this referral, not with the present question notwithstanding, this referral actually misidentifies the purpose of the grant. The sheriff's office will be using the proceeds from this grant, that's $10,000, for the purchase of 8 conducted energy devices, or a brand name of that would be Taser, as opposed to body cams. I know that the sheriff's, that Major Tomasetti is here and available to answer questions about the body cam program as well, but I wanted to make it clear, and I appreciate the time that I had over in the minority office and with some members in the majority office too to explain this. But the grant award indicated that it's for equipment purposes only. It didn't specify for body cams, and while this referral indicates body cams, the actual intent, as I said, are 8 tasers. The reso that this body will be voting on at full ledge references neither tasers nor body cams, so the actual vote that you will be passing on that reso will be correct. But we'll make mention of this again tomorrow for the members of Ways and Means, but in the in trying to be transparent and make sure that you're fully aware and are voting in an informed manner. This error sort of is just to, because of the title of the program, misrepresented this a little bit, and it's actually a different purpose for the funds. So I
at
apologize
this
for
time-
that.
So at this time, I would entertain an amendment on the floor for this. If that would be appropriate, then we could have it on the record.
Well, typically, and the body wouldn't be voting on this come legislature. That would be the reso. We've gone through the law department, pulled the resolution from the last
Okay.
time that we accepted it, and it didn't actually reference body cams, specifically the type of the equipment. We've also had conversations, I know the sheriff's department
Okay.
and my office has discussed this with Senator Funke's office, who's the member of the legislature who helped secure these funds. And DCJS's award also doesn't reference the specific use for a specific type of equipment. So at this point, I'm not too sure an amendment is necessarily in order. I can proceed forward at this point, I believe.
So you're asking us to vote on, I guess, are we going to vote on this then?
Yes,
Mr.
vote on
Monroe?
accepting the grant. The grant would be for $10,000
All right.
for the purchase of equipment, and I am providing additional clarification as to
Okay.
what the purpose of the $10,000 is and what it will be used for. And it is not the body cams, but it is the 4 conducted energy devices, or the 8, I'm sorry, conducted energy devices.
Are we all clear? Ms. Legislator Conlon?
Thank you, Chairwoman Boyce, through you to the administration. Will the $10,000 completely fund all 8 tasers? Is it 100% funded?
Yeah, I was saying 4.
Through the chair, yes, it would be.
Thank you, and through the chair to the administration, are the tasers envisioned under the state's grant, the Office of Body Worn Camera Project? Is that something that was envisioned under that DCJS grant, that we could purchase the tasers with that money?
Through the chair, yes, it was.
Thank you.
Yes. Further, Legislator Zale.
Thank you. Just as a point of clarification, through the chair to the administration, is the reason for the change because this money cannot go to fund body cams? And that is the reason for the change? Or is it a priority issue?
Through the chair, we've actually secured funding to purchase 13 additional body cameras recently, so it's more, the money is more needed now for tasers.
Thank you. So then I might go back to the legislator's question and maybe change it a little bit and ask what percentage of the deputies who wear cameras, what percentage have cameras in the outfit?
Through the chair, I'd be happy to clarify. I'm actually the body cam administrator for the sheriff's office, so I have some knowledge in this area. So we currently have 15 body-worn cameras deployed. 10 are the actual body mount, and 5 are actual called flex, where they're worn on glasses or on a lapel. That started off as a 1-year pilot program from 16 to 17. It went extremely well. We decided to keep it on a permanent basis. We have 15 deployed, as I stated, and we just currently purchased 13 more, which we've not yet received. But those, I'll make sure those are all deployed across all 3 zones in an equal fashion on the night shift, the morning shift, and the afternoon shift, as well as some of my staff in the Special Operations Division will have some as well.
Thank you. So then through the chair, because you're receiving 13 this time, you feel that the allocation of the 10,000 is better suited for these tasers as opposed to even more body cams?
Through the chair, that is correct. It'd be better used for tasers at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Legislator Shepherd.
Yes, to the administration, through the chair. What is the percentage of deputies that actually have body cams?
Currently, we have 15 deployed, 15 body cameras deployed right now to 15 members.
I understood that. Again, through the chair, what's the percentage of deputies that have body cams?
I haven't come prepared with the math, but I can certainly get you the answer. We have, we have 200 patrol deputies. We're authorized 200. We're not at full strength right now, but 15 out of those have body cams.
Thank you.
Legislator Harris? Okay. Any further, Legislator? Yes.
All deputies currently, do they have tasers, or is there a shortage of them?
Through the chair, no, sir. Not every deputy on patrol has tasers. We have a limited number of tasers because, of course, that comes with an expense, updating or upgrading equipment and maintaining training for that. And, of course, there's a cost associated with buying that many tasers. We are getting more and more as each year goes on. And, again, we have tasers distributed equally across the patrols for equal coverage.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item passes. Next item on the agenda.
Referral 18-0087.
Moved by Legislator Alcoffer, seconded by Legislator Turp. Questions on the floor? Yes, Legislator Harris.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, to the administration, I'd just like to know, who are the operators of the HELP program? Are they contracted workers, employees of the county, or New York State DOT employees?
Through the chair, Tim Kohlmeyer, Deputy Public Safety Director. The help truck employees are employed by East Ave Auto under a contract with New York State DOT to perform the services of the help truck.
Thank you. To the Madam Chair, to the administration, in what account will this revenue be appropriated from?
Through the chair, Jenny Verhagen, Monroe County Public Safety. Public Safety Communications Division, also known as Radio Center, charges other entities, and so it'll just be put into that fee-type fund.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. Just to follow up to the charges, is that service fee the same as what you would charge other entities or other contracted agencies for the radios? To the chair, through Madam Chair, to the administration.
Through the chair, that's correct, yes.
Thank you.
Any further questions? I have one question, Mr. Kohlmeyer. Do we have the plan in place for this radio system? Is there a plan in place? Is there one that is in place for this for?
Through the chair, we have a number of working documents, but there's not necessarily a comprehensive plan for each facet of this.
Okay. Is that something that we're working towards?
It is.
Okay. All right. Any further questions? Seeing none, all in favor, I signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item passes. Next item on the agenda is our new business. Anybody have any business to bring before us? Seeing none, we will go on to the next meeting of the Public Safety Committee. There be no matters for this committee. Our next meeting will be March 26th at 5:30 p.m.